Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, and in continuation of the previous video on network monitoring, I will explain about Cacti tool and how to create a device template and to monitor a Linux server, and how to use this template to monitor the Linux servers, the disk space, memory, and the process and users and ping latency, etc. Okay, let's go look at let's see the screen now, and here you have on the left hand side you have a menus called devices, and also you have for templates. Under that you have host templates. So here we can create a template for a host which can be applied for the devices which you want to monitor. For here I will just go to the host template, and I just wanted to create one host template. So that I click on the add button, say I will give a useful name. I will say Linux server. Okay, Linux server monitoring. Okay, whatever that you want, Linux servers. Okay, whatever the name you want, mon. Okay, whatever you give it, and create. So once you say create, then it is asking for the what are the associated graphs and data queries. So what we are going to do is we wanted to add some of the graph templates for this server monitoring. So here we will look for related to the server. Basically this is a Linux memory usage. For example, we can add this one, add. Okay, so I will add a template. I think this is not the right one. This is wrong actually. So Linux memory usage, and then what are the other things which is useful for us to monitor is the available disk space, add, and you can add also the load average, add, and you can also add about Unix logged in users. These are all will be done by a script to check automatically the users logged in, and ping latencies, add, and also we can add for a one more thing, what is the Unix process. So we added all this Unix process, so totally 6 associated graph templates you added for this device to be monitored. And then associated data queries, for example, if it is a disk space, so which we need to add what are the disk space, there could be several partitions, so we need to add a data query for this associated data query. No, this is the default, it picked up this one. I will just remove this one. I will say that associated Unix get mounted partition. Okay, so add this one. So associated data query we need to have for this, and then you click on save. So you have created one template called Linux server monitoring, and now we will use this template and add a device. Okay, so to add a device, you click on the device management. Under management devices, in that click on add, and in the add you can give the name of the server you want to monitor. I will say Raspberry is 105, something like that. It's up to you to give the name, and the IP address of server 10.11.1.0, it's 105 is the IP address, and then choose the host template which I have to use. So we created a template called Linux server monitoring. Okay, we choose this template, and how to determine the SNMP device is up or down. Ping and SNMP uptime I will use for this, or ping also we can use, only ping also. And what type of ping? ICMP ping is fine, and then I think this should be fine for the thing. Say create. When you say create here, now you are assigning a device and creating. Okay, now you can see that ping is success here and is able to reach the device. So now you have added the device using a template called Linux server monitoring, which you created before, and now we want to create the graphs whatever the data we have selected. Okay, So create a graph for this host. You have to select this option. If you see graph list now, for example, on this device, there is nothing is here. Okay, so go back again here and create a graph for your device. And sorry, I think I need to select the device. Basically, I have this is the one. Okay, so in this okay, since you use the template, these are the available graph we have to create actually. And so we will say select all this, you have to create a graph, so it automatically. And data query is, these are the two partitions should be checked actually. So data query create for the disk space, say create here, and so automatically it creates the graphs correspondingly to this. So this way you already created the okay, so you have this now being monitored and it will be graphed. These are the things. Graph has been created for this memory usage, disk space, and all these things. So let me check this, show you the graph right now. Devices, and you go to the device which you added is this one, and you can graph list. So these are the graphs it has already added. And okay, now we want to check these graphs, right? And so if you want to look for the graphs, you go to the graph tree now, and you have called default tree is there. Okay, in the default tree right now we have not added this device, so we need to add this device so that we can check the graphs of the device. So click on add here, and you select the host, and you select which the host is this one 105, and graph template, and then you say create. So now we have the graph tree here, and you go to the graphs, the top menu, and you go to this device. You'll see here, so it started monitoring the memory usage is being monitored. Let me see, I think it needs some time because it's very disk space, memory usage, and these are the things started polling. I think you will get it will show the graphs after some time after the data is collected. Okay, for the moment these are the things. So I can show you some of the example of the previously created, which is already data is fetched and plotted. Say for example this device. Okay, and okay, let me take this is a better one actually. This is local device here. Okay, let me take this. Okay, disk space, the disk space on this device, you can see that there are two partitions. That is, one partition is a boot partition here, and it's only 50 MB and it's always steady here. And the other partition is 7 GB, around 6 point whatever the maximum size available is 4.65 GB, that is in the blue color, and red color is the used, 2 GB around is used, and available is around 4 GB or something like that. 4.65 GB is available. Total is 6.83 GB. The total the disk space is 6.83 GB, and the load also you can see here. The load on the machine that is running right now, it varies different loads. 1 minute average, 5 minute average, and 15 minutes average is shown here. So this is a load, and users are logged into the system, only one user, and here it is logged out, so that's why it is not there shown. And the ping latencies, you can see the current 1.1 milliseconds, and then after the 2.2 is the average, and maximum is 25 milliseconds. There is local this one, and the process running around 80% running process. Average is 83, maximum is 85. 85 is the maximum process running. So these are the some of the data which is monitored, already created. For this one, still it has to pull and collect the data. It needs after that it will start plotting the graph. You can see that it's already come, but there is no data in this because it needs some data to be fetched before it can be shown in the graphs. Even the disk space, you can see that all the graphs are available, but data will take some time because it need to keep pulling users and ping latency and process. So we have all the graphs. This will be after maybe an hour or two. If you look into that, you will see that the graph will have some data in that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will come up with more things in the later video. Bye.